Destiny 2 Season of the Splicer. It's here. Now, does anyone think it's good? I guess it could be worse. Destiny 2 has definitely had its fair share of bad seasons. And if I was to place it somewhere, I'd say it's somewhere in between maybe Season of Opulence and Season of the Hunt. Quite probably edging closer to Season of the Hunt, if I'm honest. Season of the Splicer certainly will not be redefining the game as we know it or bringing in any kind of innovation, but that's okay. Now, at this point, I am most definitely not going to ask any of you to subscribe to my channel because 90% of the Destiny community seem to hate me, which, by the way, I don't mind. In fact, I kind of like it in a weird kind of way. But in case you're new here and you're wondering, it's because I constantly bluntly criticize Destiny and Bungie. And of course, the fanboys, they don't like it. But I do still find it hilarious how so many people label my content as negative. So, because of that, in this video, I'm going to run an experiment. I'm going to try and criticize the new season in as much positivity as it is absolutely physically possible. I will try my hardest to sugarcoat my honest feelings towards the current state of Destiny and the current season, so that I don't offend or upset anyone. So let's start with the biggest underlying factor that possibly could use with some adjustments, to say the least. In case you're wondering, I am talking about STASIS. And yes, we have heard from Kevin Yanes, who stated, and I quote, "We know it's too hot and needs to be knocked down many pegs. Our focus for the next few balance updates is to shift more and more focus of PvP gameplay towards guns. Again, more on that in the future." Now, I spent quite a good number of hours in Crucible, more specifically in Iron Banner, and I'm 1,000,000% in agreement that Stasis is still somewhat wreaking havoc in Crucible, so to speak. And it continues to be a force to be reckoned with. And if you're not using it in PvP, well, you're basically at a tremendous disadvantage. Bungie have tweaked it quite a bit, but I am of the opinion that it is still way too OP when compared to our beloved light subclasses, which, since we're on that, aren't really getting all that much love from Bungie now, are they? I'd really like to see the same level of flexibility and customization that we've got with Stasis applied to light subclasses. I really believe it would be a very good move by Bungie to do that. I honestly don't think that would be too much to ask. And I am fairly certain that even though the community doesn't agree with me all that much, they would most likely agree with me on this particular point. So please do let me know in the comments if I'm correct about that. I am quite curious to know. Now, one thing I am really quite happy about is the fact sunsetting was sunset. But I must admit, I would have liked to see a bit more variety and potentially even some innovation when it comes to loot. And even though I very much enjoy the weaponry and the gunplay mechanics that Destiny offers all of us, it wouldn't hurt to maybe bring in something new, something we haven't seen before. Sort of like when bows were introduced into the game for the first time. Maybe we could get some ninja stars or something. Obviously I'm joking, or am I?
Deadly in the right hands.
I certainly would not be opposed to a new archetype or a new kind of weapon. It could certainly bring some much needed freshness to the current sandbox and to the current gameplay loop.
Am I right? Am I right or am I right? I'm right.
Transmog. Destiny finally has a transmog system. Now, transmog seems to be, let's just say, somewhat defective. I say that in the nicest possible way. Bungie seem to have made it quite complicated. They have also made it, and I want to be careful how I use my words here, but I'd have to say extremely grindy, which sort of goes hand in hand with the fact you can purchase the synthweaves for real money within the Eververse store. Now, usually, I would very much slam Bungie for what they've done here. I would probably say something along the lines of, this is despicable practices by Bungie. Not only did they cap the amount of synthweaves we can earn per season, but they've also made sure it was very hard and grindy to obtain. And obviously, it is all for the purpose of getting players to bypass the grind and just buy it from the store. Bungie should be ashamed. However, since I don't want to offend anyone, and I don't want to be negative, and I want to fill the video with positivity, I'm just going to say that I truly hope that Bungie get it sorted in a future patch, so that the grind is less, and that hopefully Bungie can see that there is no need to cap how many we earn per season, and, you know, get that changed as well. I think I speak for everyone when I say that even though the Transmog system Bungie implemented could be better, we still like the fact that we have a Transmog system finally in Destiny, and that we all hope that Bungie evolve it into playing a more significant role within the core of the game. And that's really all I'm going to say about Transmog. Oh wait, no, I also want to praise Bungie for what they've done with shaders. Nicely done, Bungie, very nicely done. Now finally, I just want to briefly touch upon the new override activity. Of course, it could have been made to be more like Menagerie, as that was a pretty big success, but I guess it's not the worst we've seen, so I suppose that is positive. In fact, there's not really that much to say about it. It is just another short and sweet kind of strike almost, that is leaning heavily towards just another horde mode activity, which in all fairness, 99% of season activities have been horde modes, which leads me to say that I'd really like to see Prison of Elders make it back into Destiny 2 as a seasonal activity, rather than it being permanently part of the game, although that would be cool. But mainly because I want Bungie to really try to make brand new content for the permanent core of the game, rather than reskinned content, which they keep on doing. I think once again, it's fair to say Season of the Splicer doesn't redefine Destiny as we know it. Hopefully soon, Bungie can bring in something that significantly evolves the game of Destiny and takes it to the next level, whatever that may even look like. I sincerely hope that you enjoy this mild version of me attempting to criticize Destiny in a positive way, and that hopefully doesn't offend anyone. Please don't get used to it though, because you know what's going to happen next. Thank you very much for watching. See you on the next one. Goodbye.